Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. Took a little hiatus the last part of the week last week. You guys know me. It just gets really crazy at work for me. So I am back. If you guys notice my new sticker up here, absolutely love it. So you all know that I had the sticker before with the blue eyes, but my eyes are not blue. So I actually had them redone to show the brown eyes, a little bit different wording. The whole thing's just a little bit different. I absolutely love it. And I just want to say thank you to Pocket Metal. He is the one that designed them for me. And he went above and beyond what I was expecting. So I absolutely love it. All right. Now, let's get to what we have on the table today. Now, this one is actually courtesy of Cue Ball. So Cue Ball, Chris, thank you so much for sending this in. He's actually sent us a few in, and the reviews are going to go up at all different times. So just so you guys know that. You already saw the Drever. That was the first one, the OKnife Drever. This one is the OKnife Beagle. And I have to say, I am loving it just as much as the Drever so far. I'm very impressed with OLight for creating this knife. Now it is, it is made by Kaiser, and Kaiser is doing some wonderful things. So I do think that is great. Now, what are you going to get with this one? Well, I believe this one was $80, Therapeutic Edge? $80. Yeah, we had to actually stop and look that up because I did not check on that. But what are you going to get? You're going to get a 154. That's awesome. You're going to get a 154 CM blade in this beautiful harpoon style. It's got this great, it's a flat grind, so it's beautiful flat grind here. This thing just comes out of the box screaming sharp. I love it. Super thin. So far, it's been an absolute pleasure to have this one and be able to play with it. I'm actually thinking about picking one of these up for myself. When you're dealing with a flashlight company, you're not really sure what you're going to get when you get a knife. Now, as I had said with the Drever, I actually wasn't expecting the quality that I was getting with it. So that is really cool. Your handles here are going to be G10. And they feel really good. Your lock is going to be a liner, and I know some people are having issues with that. They don't want liner locks. Our lockup on this is probably at about, it's pretty light. This one's probably about 20%, and maybe it's just because I didn't open it all the way, but you do have a very light lockup on that. However, I'm trying to be careful because I just painted my nails, so I apologize. It's enough a lockup that it is not an issue. I'm going to guess, maybe I'll go with about 20% on this one. It came nicely centered. Just a tad off, but I am not complaining at all. It feels just absolutely fabulous in hand. I kind of had an issue before with some of the knives that I had with the prominent liners. But I do like this. There's something about it. The scales are nicely smoothed and kind of tapered down to the liners itself. And then the liners, as I said, stand a little bit proud of the scales. But I kind of like that. I really don't have an issue with that at all. It is a thumb stud opening, and it is a right left hand carry. So for my lefties out there, you do have lefty love. For those of you that like to carry a knife on a lanyard, you do also have a space for or a lanyard hole, I should say. You have a hole for your lanyards there if you so choose. Now, when you are getting to your liner lock, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but you do have a bit of jimping on your liner itself, which is really nice. You also have a recessed thumb area for your liner area, which makes it just that much easier to get into. And I do like that too. I have really not found anything wrong with this. It has been very comfortable. Your pocket clip is going to be a deep carry clip. However, to me, it stands a little bit high. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's use this ID tag. If I wanted to be really mean, I could put Therapeutic Edge's face on there. But just so you guys get an idea, It is a true deep carry. You are not seeing the end of the knife at all whatsoever. So that is awesome for those of you that like your knives to sit really deep in pocket. Now, my big thing is pocket clips. I want to know when I'm handling a knife that I'm not going to feel the pocket clip, or if I do, it's going to be very minimal. So that way I know that the use is going to be something where I can use it for a long time. It's not going to dig into the palm of my hand. Honestly, I like that the screws are recessed on this. The pocket clip itself is not, but the screws are. I don't know if you guys can catch that on there. One issue, as I said, the pocket clip sits a little bit high for me. So in hand, it's something that I have definitely felt. And really, you know, like I said, when we get knives, we don't do anything really hard with them because they're borrowed. They're not ours. I have done some cardboard cutting with this, some package cutting, you know, a little bit of tape and a little bit of paracord. Forgive me. I'm trying to think. I felt the clip. So, unfortunately, I really like the knife. The clip has really good retention to it. It rides in the pocket so comfortably. I mean, I don't even notice it's there. But when using it, it's the pocket clip. I would definitely have to get something a lot more low profile for me. If you have larger hands, it may not be an issue. That I don't know, but for me, it really is just an issue. You do have some great jimping on the back of your blade here, which is always nice, kind of on the spine there, so you can choke up. However, you don't have like a finger choil area, but you are able to choke up. So if I'm holding it back further, I have to say the pocket clip is not as much of an issue if I hold it back further. If I get up a little bit higher on it and choke up with my thumb, then yes, I do tend to feel that pocket clip a lot more right here. So kind of where it cuts across my palm. Let's do some specs on this. You've got about a 3 1/4 inch, just under 3.5 inch blade with a 3 1/4 inch cutting edge, which is really good. You know, maybe just a hair over 3 1/4. Okay, your handle length is going to be just about 4 inches there. So if we take that, okay, we're looking at about 4 1/4. So just about 4 1/4, maybe just a hair under, which is going to give you an overall of 7, just over 7.5. So not by much, you guys. It's just over 7.5. Now, your scales are kind of skeletonized, or you do have the milling in there, which is nice because that is going to make it get lighter. So you're getting a just under 3.5 ounces on this knife. Great weight. I mean, you don't even notice. Like I said, you don't notice it in your pocket because it is so lightweight. But it does what you need it to do, and that's the best part. Let's do a little comparison here. So if we want to take a look at it next to the bug out, you can see that I always say that I consider the bug out to be more of a medium, small, medium size. And that's actually where I would put the Beagle. I would put it in a medium size. Let's take a look at it next to, I'm looking for all my comparison knives here. Okay, let's take a look at it next to the Presidio. And I'm going with a little bit different knives for size comparisons. Now, the Presidio 2, by the way, it's the 2, is definitely a large size knife. So you can see here that this is, you know, this, I wouldn't consider that medium just because it's not quite small. It's not quite medium, you guys. Again, it's a medium. So, and I know some of you kind of just balk at, you know, that size comparison, but that's just kind of where I go with it. I do not have my rats out here. Let me see if I can find them. A lot of people tend to know those, so I do like to use those for comparisons as I drop my whole drawer out there. All right, let's take a look at it next to the Rat 2. So the Rat 2 I consider to be a small to medium size also. The Rat 2 is actually smaller than the Beagle. So I find that really interesting because it feels as though it'd be the same size. Now, again, you know, if we put it tip to tip, you're only looking at about a 1/2 inch. But for some reason, the Beagle does feel bigger to me. And I think it's because you're getting a larger cutting edge on that. So if you can see that, your cutting edge is going to be a lot bigger. Okay. If we take a look at it next to the giant rat one, again, you can see large knife, definitely a medium-sized knife. Overall, I have been very super happy with it. Very happy. As I said, coming from a flashlight company, I really think they did a great job. And for $80, you really can't go wrong. The grip on this feels really good. I was a little bit surprised. I thought at first that it might be a little bit slick. It feels smooth, but yet in hand, it doesn't feel slippery. So I think kind of when your hand warms up maybe would kind of be the thing, but it does give you enough of a grip on there. It's very comfortable. You know I'm not a fan of the cutouts of a finger placement. However, I really do like this one. There's something about the way it's done that I do like it. I'm happy, very happy with that. I love the blade itself. It has a great cutting edge. It's super sharp. You can do your pull cuts. You can do a tip cut. Really, it's been all around great. So again, thank you so much to Cue Ball for sending this in for review. You guys, if you have not checked out any of the Olight knives, I highly suggest it. The Driver was the other one I'd already thrown up on a review. And I filmed these all at the same time, but I know that's the one I'm putting up first, so that's why I'm saying that. And the Beagle is going to be the next one up. So you will be seeing this after the Driver post sometime, but I say get your hands on these. I do know that we have one more coming, one more of the Olights coming in from somebody. So I'm really excited to check that one out because so far I've been super happy with these. I'm curious to see if I'll be just as happy with that one too. So we'll have to wait and find out and we'll see. Again, this has been the OKnife Beagle. You guys get your hands on this. It has been absolutely fabulous. I have been super happy with it. I believe a Therapeutic Edge really enjoyed it. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hey, if you do me a favor and hit that like button on the way out, I'd really appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button for me. I'd love to have you here all the time. As always, feel free to leave me a comment down in the comment section. You know I love talking to you. And until next time, have a good one.